Excited for day 3? So what are tech debts? Tech debts are the debts you pay when you made the wrong decision, or you had to make the wrong decision because of the time limit or the pressure. Tech debts are actually damaging more than you think. It affects the confidence of product teams on dev teams. It affects the team's morale, and it affects the confidence of team to be working on a simple service. I was working on a service, and from the story of day one, the developer had copied everything. If any new feature used to come to us, we had to make sure that it gets added on both the ends of the code. And we were not able to justify it to the product team or the senior management. It also affected the team's morale. People were afraid of working in the services, in these kind of services, where development time was taking more because they were thinking that it may affect their career in the company itself. Third point, it was very difficult for the new team members or new joiners to get onboarded on those kind of features. How do we fix that? When I was in a company, we used to have a tech debt sprint. 15 days dedicated to all the tech debts. We used to maintain a tech debt list from priority critical to priority very least. We used to work on priority tech debts like method length, or maybe we have done some hard codings in the code, and we used to just take out those hard codings and make the code clean. Sometimes we used to ignore the existing test cases, and we used to ship the code. So we used to fix those test cases according to the new code. Another kind of tech debt is difference between the documentation and the actual code. I joined a company, and within 1 week I had to rewrite the documentation from the beginning because the documentation was saying something else and the code was saying something different. I read the documentation. I was very confident that one of the feature was asynchronous. When I tested the code, it was not asynchronous. It was synchronous flow. Code was waiting, and until and unless we got the response from the third party, the code was still waiting. And front end feature also never worked. When I fixed the code, everything broke because front end was dependent on the synced code, which is very different from the documentation. So we have to make sure that the code is the only source of truth, right? And that can only happen when the code is clean, code is readable, and code is maintainable.